treat between this, like I said, between 9 months and 3 years.
What for a child who is less than 6 months or 6 months or thereabout to have cancer? Besides the treatment, I'm sure you'll also be looking at prevention. What is it that the parents are doing that will result in that can be avoided?
Unlike adults, cancer in children are not lifestyle dependent. Because we've seen children who are born, so it's not actually what the parents can do or not do. The thing to do is for them to come in early, let them know what the signs and the symptoms are, and then look out for these signs and symptoms and bring the children in on time. Having said that, there are hypotheses, not proven, that like high tension wire, radiation and things like that in a woman or around a woman who is pregnant can lead a child to have cancer after birth. Some diseases like Down syndrome are associated with some cancers. Yeah, but then you cannot say, okay, this particular child is going to have cancer. What is done elsewhere is to have the pregnant woman investigated, the amniotic fluid taken, and then testing this amniotic fluid. It can tell you that this child, that the woman is carrying at that particular time, may go on to develop a cancer called neuroblastoma. That's cancer of the neural cells. And then that child is followed up, and once the cancer raises up its ugly head, is treated as soon as it is seen.
And one thing about children that have cancer is that if it's detected early, it could be cured easily.
Yeah.
Unlike adult
easily
cancer.
And with the right treatment.
With the right treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since we have the benefit of your presence here today, what signs should parents be looking out for so that they can quickly call the attention of their doctor or take the child to the hospital?
We have what we call the Sensilian sign. The Sensilian sign is a sign put together by International Society for Pediatric Oncologists. These are doctors who treat childhood cancers for developing countries, so that anybody, layman, educated, whoever that sees these signs and symptoms should have warning bells ringing in the person's head. Now, the S says seek medical advice for anything that you don't understand. For instance, you have a child having frequent fevers. In Nigeria we say, it's malaria. We treat for malaria. Meanwhile, that fever could actually be leukemia. Malaria and leukemia have similar symptoms. There's fever, there's bone pain, the abdomen is swollen because the liver is enlarged. So instead of just taking the child for treatment of malaria, that child should be further investigated. The I is for the eye. Any changes in the eye, because one of the commonest cancers we'll have in Nigeria is retinoblastoma, which is cancer of the eye. So if there are any changes in the eye, that child should be further investigated. I saw a mother, the child was about 9 months, 10 months. She was backing the child, and there were some changes in the child. And I asked the mother, Madam, you know that something is wrong with your baby's eye? I've seen you too for about 3 months now. It's been like that. What have you done? I don't carry and go Agbo. And I'm wondering what would Agbo be doing with the eye, So to have these, things learned by every person. The L is for lumps in any part of our body, whatever it is, from the testes, the head, wherever it is. As young children, or as a young child myself, after playing and having injuries, we have those knots around our groins, the lymph nodes. Those lymph nodes, are in other part of our bodies. When these lymph nodes get big and all that, nodes should be investigated. Take a biopsy and see what is going on there. Now the U is for unknown, just like the S is because it's very, very important that whatever you don't understand, somebody else may understand it. Take the child for investigation and then have a second opinion if you are not happy with the first opinion. The A is for aches and pains in any part of our body, and then the N is for neurological changes as a child grows up. Now, when the child is born, the child has to achieve what we call milestones, from sitting by himself, first of all, the neck control, sitting by himself, walking and all that. When these milestones start regressing, something may be happening in the child's brain. The child should have, herself, examined and investigated.
So, while you're doing this, we asked a question about how you get your funding. But if you're going to, how do you get support? Is it individuals? She's talked about in America where a hospital, St. Jude, is completely a charity-based institution.
So St. Jude asks all Americans to, I think it's 19 cents a month or something. That's about all.
Are you reaching out to Nigerians in terms of like donations for this child?
Yes, we're actually reaching out to Nigerians. We're reaching out to companies. We're reaching out to the government themselves, because they could also help us in the awareness campaign. Because if the state government or the federal government back the campaign of the awareness campaign fully for parents to know that their child could have cancer or they should come in early, it goes a long way for the treatment to take effect in their child's life. So yes, we are actually going to, like on our Facebook pages, we have a session where we created that you could donate 500 naira a month, although we're trying to increase it because of the situation, because the drugs are not cheap
at all.
And we also give them drugs. We give these children drugs. Those that can't afford the drugs, we give them drugs.
Almost all of them can afford it, at least the ones we see. The rich ones don't come to us, of course. They go abroad for treatment. So the ones who come to us, we give free chemotherapy drugs. We work with some pharmacy who give us some percentage, so it makes it slightly easier. But still, with the cost of dollars and everything going on, the price of the chemotherapy drugs have gone up. Now, it's not just chemotherapy drugs that is used for treatment. Surgery, radiotherapy is there. Now, in the past, let's say 1 or 2 years, the radiotherapy machines in Nigeria, not in Lagos, in Nigeria have been epileptic, to put it mildly. At a point, was just one that was working, either Sokoto, Abuja, or Benin, or Lagos. So that too is a problem. So even after treating, and you need to conclude with radiotherapy, you now have to start looking for where to send the child. Transportation, accommodation, feeding outside of their station is part of the problems they face. So in actual fact, we're asking companies to come in, do their CSR. Most times I ask the companies to, if they want to go directly to the pharmaceutical companies giving us the drugs, all well and good. If you want to have a retainership with Lutz or any other institution caring for the children, all well and good. All we need is for this money to be there for these children to have a chance at survival.
Okay, so if someone who's watching, and I do know some people who are watching and would love to be a part of this, if someone wanted to reach out to the organization to support, how would that work?
So we have a website called www.childrenlivingwithcancerfoundation.org.
www.clwcf/ngo.org. That's the website. We'll have Instagram pages, we'll have the Facebook page, Childhood Cancers, and then of course our offices is in Antony.
Okay,
and all that.
We'll take a short moment. We'll come back so that you give us just tell us if it, okay, so they can reach you. Is there a phone number they can call?
Yes.
What's the phone number?
080-3156908.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Nneka Nwobi, founder CLWCF, and Mrs. Ruth Kiaza, project coordinator. Thank you very much, and God strengthen you and keep you.
Thank you.
So as we're back for the home stretch, please don't go away.